duo that we were sort of talking about and that we had seen from them in previous attempts at this sort of laning duo. So, I don't know. If you were looking for Moo to be on someone less aggressive, more farming oriented, it seems like there were other options other than the Vengeful Spirit. But as I said, maybe they know something we don't. Maybe there's a build that Moo's going to be going for, or a timing on the items that are more conventional that's going to sort of work out for them. There is all running the IO in that position for a role. We said in the draft we expect them to sort of maybe play up tempo, try to be aggressive in the lane, try to get some sort of early harass onto that carry, and right now we're just really not seeing that. Sammy is occasionally taking some shots, but it's not really impacting the last hitting for him at all. So it's going to be okay for the time being. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Flea and Husky fighting over the full camp here, and Flea is actually going to prevent Husky from getting it. Now he wants the kill itself. He's going to leap his way forward. One more right click does the trick, and Flea almost kind of a casual arrow out there, just seeing what he can hit once
as he can actually have at this stage of the game. But Husky has had to babysit him so much. They're even on levels, and it makes it really hard for you to win.
Rotates bot, gets off onto Moo, and that is actually a very interesting play, because that was not a direct rotation from Ryoya. He did not go mid to bot. He went mid into the east side jungle. He actually stole this.
Yeah, and mid.
Oh, Gunner.
That was close.
Can they get him away? No, they can't. Flea gets the last bit of damage in, and I mean, Flea. I don't know, man. Just don't let him play Mirana, for God's sake. He's 3-0-1. We saw what he did earlier today. He was 9-0 early on in one of the previous matches. This is what he does. He plays the Mirana to a level of sort of efficiency that very few in the region, or maybe honestly even just in Dota in general, can really match.
Doing so much for his team, and it was even a small misplay from Ryoya there. He didn't have a Mirana 8 minutes into the game. You are so farmed. It is absolutely crazy.
He's pushing forward. Get the toss back.
Oh, okay.
I think he wanted the just toss in place, maybe to free up for the arrow play, but Flea had creeps in that sort of had to done a little bit of maneuvering to make that happen. Speaking of maneuvering, what is this? Envy? That is an interesting chrono onto Sammy, but this is the problem with the Faceless Void striking at level 6. You don't have much damage, but Moo and Z-Freak are still there, so they do eventually pull through. Sammy gets taken down, but now Moo's got to run. He's TPing himself away just as Ryoya TPs in. Slowly but surely. Tower's already fallen though, but once Gunner gets pulled away, Envy will be...
They left Gunner.
Oh, okay.
Looking now.
Smarter play. Gunner behind just in case. And Sammy needs to be incredibly careful. Ryoya though, there's the blink jumping in. They're going to go for the kill onto Envy. Do they have the arrow? They do with the arrow. Flea. Absolutely. God, it's just, he so rarely misses on those plays. Able to snipe out that kill at the last second. Immediate sort of response to get one of your cores back up into it. Instead, this is looking a little dangerous as Moo. Arrow does not hit, but it gets the vision. Ryoya jumps in. There's the toss back into the avalanche. Moo's dead. Ravage deployed. Didn't hit Z-Freak, as he was hit up by the Nightmare instead, but they got what they wanted. I'm not entirely sure that was necessary from Brax, but better safe than sorry. It's a long cooldown, but you secure that kill, and now without Moo, there's no positioning for 4 Zoomers. Gunner can't just walk in. If
they get Envy top, that would be big. They're going to break their smoke here.
Big. Mike doesn't have the Fiend's Grip for a few seconds, but Ryoya blinks in.
Arrow.
It's going to be the... Oh, wow. Avatos into Arrow. Gush from Brax for good measure. Well, that's about as clean as it gets. Nice 4-man rotation in onto the Faceless Void, and Envy to find the kills to follow it up. So it's either sit back and continue farming, or group up with basically everything you have and look for a fight. Right now it's looking like the latter as they're pushing their way towards the Roche pit. No one from Team is actually scouting this right now. They got all the way to the pit. Moo is going to get the swap down. Sammy's been caught, stunned up, Static Storm thrown down, Chronosphere deployed as well. Where's that follow-up damage? Gunner is in. Sammy's going to get taken down. Stun comes out from Gunner as well, connecting on both Brax and Flea. And Team, they have to fall back. They are going to be able to get most of the lineup away, but I mean, I always try to avoid being too harsh, but ET, that's unacceptable. They allowed their opponents to walk directly up to the pit, and now Ryoya may get caught out as well. Can they finish him off, though? There's going to be the dilation in for the slow. That's going to be the glimpse pulling him back in. Gunner does fall, but if they can get Ryoya, they're going to be okay with the trade. Now, Mike, well, admire the ambition, but he will be taken down, and I don't understand how there wasn't someone basically acting as the lookout.
We'll Moo.
He's got the leap. Oh, well, that's a problem. Moo stuns him up. There's the bashes out from Envy. Moo will fall, but Mike, okay, in for the kill with the brain sap, but they've still lost control of the pit right now unless they just rush everyone over, and that's actually exactly what they're doing. Sammy's back in. Brax is coming over as well. The Ravage is at the ready. And this may all end up working out for them. Well, they'll get Roshan. I'm not sure working out for them is the proper phrase, considering they lose about 3 or 4 heroes, but they got what they came for.
Yep, they continue to force the issue. I think it's a really good response from Team.
But the heavy hitters are still not here. Moo does go for the swap, though. The relocate's coming in, but they need the static. There it is. Okay, they're on to Sammy, but that's the man with the Aegis, and Brax
with the grip.
Push everybody back with the Ravage into that Fiend's Grip. Envy goes down. Gunnar is going to do his best. He does get through the Aegis. He'll take down Mike here as well, but he is stuck in the middle, and what happened? Z-Freak didn't pull him back.
Oh, and that's DD Rune on Ryoya, so you're doing so much damage, and this actually might just be Rax. I don't think they can actually do anything here. Yeah, this is a free Rax 19 minutes into the game.
Not entirely sure. I think Z-Freak, maybe he was just too far away. The tether didn't come out in time or couldn't connect, but that is really just backbreaking. Team, as you said, they got a Rax pre 20 minutes off the back of that. So this is as strong a position as...
And he is unkillable, and oh, Envy blinked into it.
Chrono comes out, though. He's going to try to just get away. And he will be able to do so, but it's going to come at a cost. Husky should be dying here to cover his teammate's escape, but...
Defensive Chrono when you don't have Glyph, though. To get out onto the map. And if Team take this smoke at all, it feels like the mid tier 3 tower is going to be forfeit at the very least, and that's where Brax is just looking to break. He has a blink dagger as well. I don't even know if you kill him if you do bring him back. We would be a target, but
okay, they get the swap, but there's the leap, getting him away. Well, and Brax blinking in, Ravage down, Sammy throwing out that barrage. Gunner already dead, and at this point Envy still has no Chrono, so there's nothing really they can do here. Moo gets picked off. He is going to try to find his way out with the illusion, but the Fiend's... Okay, the Fiend's Grip wasn't going to actually be able to lock it down. That's a good relocate to get Z-Freak away. But Envy's still stuck in this, or maybe not. He's got the time walk, so he's going to be all right. But Brax blinks into the base. He doesn't care. He's so tanky on this Tide. He knows
of the swamp, and they have it again in 10 seconds, as well as you're doing a lot of damage from this Venge still. Venge Ags is more or less the same. You're just slightly slower. And Envy with the Chrono.
They're looking to hit a Brax Nightmare from IX. Mike, though, breaks it up, but the Static Storm is still in there, so Brax dropping low. They're able to finish him off. They want the Clinks now as well. Sammy, though, not dead yet. They're trying to chunk him down as Gunner charges forward. They will get that. Now they're on to Mike. They glimpse him back in. Envy gets 2. Gunner gets 2. And the high ground will be held. Tier 3 still standing. Maybe someone has to come back to deal with this creep wave, but for now, 4 Zoomers get what they needed with that high ground defense.
Yeah.
Onto all 5. Where do they get the wrap around? Gunner. He's a little far from Z-Freak, and there's going to be the jump. Brax goes in. Ravage connecting. Avatos is there, and Gunner is dead. No buyback available. The relocate immediately deployed to make sure Envy is not in the line of fire. So they pull him back, but now somebody has to be in position so that Z-Freak can get himself away. But there's going to be the Chrono, actually. They're going to try and take the fight, but Moo, he is dropping low inside of that friendly Chrono, and the Fiend's Grip actually locked down the Faceless Void. Envy, he's going to be able to time walk it away, but he's not doing the damage that they need. Sammy's just going to wipe him out, and this is absolutely horrible for Zoomers. They've lost 4, and it's gonna be 5. Husky has no way out of this one as the Avalanche comes through. The toss follows it up.
Don't even want Roche.
5-man. Yeah, they don't need it, really. They can just go. They sense their opportunity, and we said if they can win the next fight, they could maybe just win the game, and they want the tier 4s. Buyback's pretty much non-existent. Z-Freak's the only one who has one, and...
This is a quiet GG. Okay. Oh, no.
Wow, yeah. Like, nothing is happening here. There's just no response from 4 Zoomers. Obviously, none of their heroes are alive, but even once they come back up, it's just... It feels like it's going to be too late. There's no Chrono. Gunner has to just try and charge in right now. They don't have a Glyph either, so... Well, that's it. Okay, fakes out the TP, but I don't know if this is going to matter. Ryoya comes in. There's going to be the toss. They're getting it onto Gunner. No, they're not. They're just going for the Ancient, because why the hell not? No response from 4 Zoomers coming out in time, and